My name is Rick Schuchmann. I live at 1251 Wilson Dunham Road in New Richmond, Ohio. And this 2 acres is where my dad and mom chose to build a house. Completed it the year before I was born. So I grew up here. Had a lot of fun here, played here. Got pictures of my dad building this house. My dad, my Uncle George, my grandpa. Pictures of my maternal grandpa outside on the bulldozer, rescaping the land so that it matched the house. But yeah, my sister and I lived a lot of good memories at this house. Our vision for this house, and it was to be our last house. So in May of 2013, we began getting some work done on this place, including getting the pole barn that's built up over the hill.
My name is Schuchmann. On Sunday, November the 12th, 2017, we were getting ready for bed, and we're in bed about 10:30. And at midnight, we woke up to a loud banging on the door.
And I said, "Cheryl, wake up." I said, "Something is wrong here." I got up out of bed as quickly as I could, opened the back blinds, and it looked like orange flickering daylight. It was that bright. I said, "Cheryl, we got to get out now." I said, "This fire is big. We got to get out now."
And we walked down the hall to the back door, and we ran out it, and sparks were flying, and we walked up the hill very carefully because we were barefooted. Fire and smoke. And just kind of was mesmerized by what I was seeing.
We heard the sirens coming. We didn't hear the air brakes to the fire engine stopping out front, but we could hear more sirens in the distance. We just paused a moment to look over that fire and see how high it was, and we were just absolutely awestruck at what was happening in this moment in our lives.
Rick walked to the neighbor's house and knocked on their door, which was Wendy and Ray Kangas, and they came down and saw what was going on and had us come in. Gave Rick a shirt and some sandals and some socks and a jacket.
I'm Craig Wright, Pierce Township Fire Chief. I've been the chief for a little over 5 years. So the night of the call, I was at home. It was dark, and from 125, I could see the column of smoke. So the crew moved towards the front door, forced entry, and started search and rescue. The Claremont County Sheriff's Office deputy that responded was put on top of our truck with the deck gun. When I pulled up at the house, I was pretty sure that we were going to end up losing the house just because of the advance.
I could see the firefighters inside the back door of our living room working from that point to try to keep the fire from going further down. I felt at that point that we had lost the whole house.
On that Monday, and I realized I probably should venture down to the house to see what was going on. And just seeing what actual damage was there, seeing stuff that we had collected for 40 years, Christmas decorations, handmade Christmas ornaments, Rick's grandmother's China shoe collection. And, I opened the back door and saw all the insulation and the drywall piled in and you couldn't hardly walk through. Just really hit home. It's like, oh man, we were almost finished with it and now don't know what's going to happen.
But I remember sitting in Kangas's dining room in a chair, just kind of looking out the window with family and friends around us. Kind of broke down a little bit and realized the feeling of helplessness. I can't sit here and control it.
We got word very soon after it happened. Of course, the first thing that you think about as a church and as people who have the heart of Jesus is, what can we do? How can we respond?
When we came around the corner and came down the road to the house, the yard was full of cars, there was people all over.
Just a wonderful and amazing thing to see so many cars, first of all, that were already there, and then more and more people pulling in.
We had neighbors here, we had relatives here that don't live near here, we had friends here from church, we had people here from our church that we didn't even know.
But then there were other people who didn't know him at all, but came anyway just because this is what you do. And so we got to work.
All the ladies, they'd set up tables in the back. The guys were bringing things out of the house, and it was kind of in staging areas. One group would clean it, and one group would wrap it, and then one group would box it up.
So I'd stopped back out the day after, maybe 2 days later. I stopped a few times and noticed there was a huge outpouring of support of neighbors, friends, family, people from your church. You know, let people come in and give you a hand and basically clean out your house. So by getting all that stuff out, I mean, it really helps speed up the process of recovering and rebuilding.
And it was awesome to see how many pairs of hands can hit work like this and how much they can do. And they got a lot of work done. They got work done that would take me a month to do, maybe even more. But yeah, it was awesome to see.
So for me, as a pastor of a church, it was a wonderful moment to see really what I already knew, the goodness of the hearts of our people, and to see how much they love Rick and Sherilyn.
The fact that a good Samaritan driving by, took the initiative to stop and knock on the door and call 911 and try to alert you. I think had that not occurred, we could have definitely had a tragic outcome, and you may not have made it out of the house. I think it's just amazing today that you're back in the same house, that it didn't have to be bulldozed, you didn't have to start over, that you were able to salvage what was unaffected and repair what was affected, and continue to stay in our community.
I really believe that God sent an angel to knock on our door that night. As far as I know, the fire department doesn't have the name of the person who did it. For someone to take their life in their own hands and beat on our front door, because the front door is not too far from the garage door. And when I stop and think about that, if it hadn't have been for that, Rick and I may not be here. The house, the roof, total roof would have caved in 3 to 5 minutes after we got out. And there was a very good chance that we could have died in the fire. So when you look at it from that perspective, God saved us, and He must not be finished with us yet. He has a greater purpose for us, and I'm thankful. This year we are very thankful
for the firefighters, emergency crews, and first responders,
for our family and friends at Parkside Christian Church,
for our family, friends, and our neighbors. You said friends and